So let me talk a little about this. Let's say you have an association that has a large conference and you are looking to get sponsorship for that conference. You really are needing to go way beyond the typical conference norms of names on things, logo placement, and even tables. You have to go beyond that. A lot of organizations are looking for thought leadership opportunities. Is there an opportunity for an executive from that sponsor to somehow be a part of a presentation or to somehow be a part of a panel at your conference? These organizations are looking to not really talk about their company. They realize that, that's not something that associations or nonprofits would be really comfortable with. But what companies are looking for is a way that their executives can show their expertise in the field. So for instance, if you are an association that represents women in technology, and you're able to get a good conversation going with Microsoft, let's just throw that one out there. Microsoft would be interested in having one of their higher level executives speak at this conference to just talk about the state of women in technology, or what resources are there out there for women to get involved in technology. So that's very different than maybe the thought that, well, we don't want a sponsor to come in and just talk about all the services that they offer. Companies realize that, especially larger Fortune 1000 companies, they realize that. So that's a great example of thought leadership. For your nonprofit, maybe you have a committee, or maybe you have a working group or task force where you're looking for outside partners to be a part of that, to help you in some way. That's another great example of thought leadership, of having somebody from your donor or sponsor be a part of that time on the workforce development panel, or some sort of task force that is helping with recruitment. Or I'm hearing hiring and recruitment is something that's hitting all aspects of every industry that I talk to. We know that there's a crisis with hiring. So is there a way that a thought leadership presentation could be included somehow within your organization? That's really, really popular right now. Also, I'm going to talk about webinars in a minute, but if you have any type of internal annual meetings that are, via Zoom or in person, don't forget to think about your sponsor or your partner from corporate 1000s that might be able to help, or actually be able to facilitate something for you in terms of content. And again, I want to emphasize, these companies understand that they're not going to be talking about their company. They're going to be talking about your industry, and trying to provide some good thought leadership and expertise. So that's the first area that I hear a lot of interest in from Fortune 1000 companies.